This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun. This is where the fun. This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
Hello, everybody.
Hurry up.
Did you hear the music?
Remix.
Yeah.
Woo. The music just said, let's move on. Let's get this over with. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Toy Anxiety. It is Tuesday night. It is 9:30 p.m. We are live on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Thank a lot of people here early. We have a special guest tonight. We got the whole crew here. It's really cold out. Abby keeps opening up the front door. This is an old house. We're not an energy efficient house. It's very cold in here.
Yeah, we never see snow like this. I like to see it.
Except for last week. It's 2 weeks in a row we got snow.
Nice.
It's crazy.
Well, welcome everyone to Gotham Tuesday tonight.
Gotham City Tonight takeover.
Hang on, I'll text Alice. I'll see where she's at.
Guys, I'm in my Dark Knight Rises era officially. I told Jacob and Abby last night. I've been in it.
How long? What do you think? How long do you think that lasts? Maybe
2 hours and 47 minutes. I think
Give or
that's the
take.
run. I think
Unless
that's
you
the
fall
runtime.
asleep.
Dude, I
So
do
much
fall
fun.
asleep every time I watch that movie, but I love
really?
it.
Me
It's
too.
like a 3-night
Just
event
like
for you.
Rachel.
It's like Rachel.
That's like Rachel. Just like Rachel.
Rachel!
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 No!
It shouldn't be me! It shouldn't be me!
Oh my God. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. We're going to say hi to the chat in just a few minutes. Let me start with our special guest. You know him from Gotham. You know him from Gotham. That's where he's from.
Yep.
You know him from Gotham City Tonight. Co-host with Ryan Dole. You also know him as the man who saved the real Ghostbusters from the brink of extinction. And
That's what my tattoo
That's
says.
true.
Our savior.
That's what he put on his passport. From Mondo, Alex Brewer. Alex, what's up, dude?
Hey, thank you for having me. On this early Wednesday night.
Well, I had asked before I knew that Mondo was streaming tonight. I texted Peter early this morning, and I said, "Hey, if you want to talk about Clayface tonight, you're more than welcome." And he was like, "I'll let you know." And then I got a text at 9:05 that said, "I'm tired, but Alex wants to come." So I was like, "So he subbed you in." I hope you didn't feel obligated.
I'll talk about Clayface all night long.
Good.
Good.
Nice.
That's why we're here.
Nice. Alex, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Let me go ahead and introduce everybody else, all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia. He's got the signed prints in hand. He's going to send them back to me, and everyone's going to finally get their signed prints. Prints, not Prince. We're not signing prints
Party man.
or the party man. Ryan, what's up, dude? How are you?
Good. I just realized too that Abby's not signing those prints, hey?
No, she is. She just hasn't yet.
Just haven't, but I
Oh,
will.
Even though okay.
But they have to go
I'll
back.
write a little message.
They have
maybe.
to go back to Craig because Craig's got to
They
send them
do,
out.
because I got to send them.
Yeah, and then I'll
I
get
guess
them.
that's true.
Yeah.
I do know that some people are getting like special paragraphs because they got they did super chats when we were talking about
Oh
it.
yeah.
So I know some people are getting some paragraphs. I'm going to take up all the space. I'm going to leave Abby a section just to make sure she's able to sign.
And actually, instead of sending them out, maybe we just leave them in a random place in the United States and we put out clues to where they are. Make it a
Would y'all like that?
That's fun.
Would that be a fun game?
It'll be like that movie Rat Race. But Ryan,
Hey, that movie's fun.
that movie is funny. I remember seeing it in theaters, and I kept looking at my friends, going, "I think this is pretty good."
having a good time.
Hey, good job.
Ryan, anything else going on up there?
Not really. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. That's it. I'm just
Cool.
playing a lot of Marvel Rivals and trying to get through the day. That's
Oh
it.
yeah,
That's all you can do.
you like it?
And
One day at a
you
time
got
for the next.
MVP tonight, right? Don't
I am
bury
MVP
the
in Rivals
lead.
all the time.
Are you for real? You're
Right?
ranked.
I'm
That's nice.
ranked, baby. Yeah, it's great.
That's a good feeling.
That's cool.
It is a
I'm
good
number 10
feeling.
on
It's
my-
weird.
Duolingo app for learning to speak Japanese, and I feel pretty good about that ranking.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm having trouble too with like getting back in the groove of like learning Japanese and because it's been like over 10 years
Yeah.
Right.
and trying to get into that groove. And I realized that like I'm struggling this time because I don't have anyone to practice with.
Oh,
Well, I'm
Right.
here.
Like because when before I was at the hotel and then we had like people that were Japanese that worked there. So I could practice casually speaking at work.
Mhm.
And then
Yes.
now I don't quite have that. So that
Right.
kind of sucks.
okay.
But I mean, otherwise it's good because we got to get ready. We leave in like 3 weeks.
Mhm.
It feels like
Yeah.
that.
It feels like that.
Definitely don't feel ready at all, but we're gonna do it. Jacob, what's up, man?
Second stream of the night for me as well,
Yeah.
Okay.
but first one barely counts. So
Well, Jake
But
and
I'm
I
here.
hopped on YHS and talked about Ryan Gosling for 20 minutes.
That's a
'Cause he's
piece of
gonna-
cake. Yeah.
He's going to be in Star Wars.
looks like it.
Looks
Before
like
Brie
it.
Larson.
Could be with Brie Larson.
Hmm.
He could be
Both.
playing
I
Ken.
hope so.
They're making a Barbie Star Wars movie with Ryan Gosling. It's going to be great.
Put him in the shoe.
What?
I said put him in the shoe line.
Put him in the shoe line. Abigail, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Happy to be here. I've been looking forward to this today. This is like my opportunity to hang out with friends. So hello to the chat. Hi to y'all. It's nice to be able to connect with friends. It's a cold, cold day out there. So yeah, I want that warmth of community, and I'm glad that you're all here and that I'm here too.
There you go. All right. I guess that's it. Let's sign off. No, we're gonna split this
That was your something special, and good night.
Let's say hi to the chat. There's a lot of people here already. We appreciate you being here. Okay. Peak Obi-Wan is here. Matt. I once was Mikey. Oh. Johnny Cock, Davey Sockrocker, Patrick Gerard, Brian Brink, Topher Khan, Young Hummus, David Cabal, AJ Quick, Stanley Eberhard, Randall Gusick, Dora Laxon is here. Brianna Lawrence is here. I once was Mikey is still here. Tony Johnson, Master Splinter, James Vinipole, Toy Collector Magazine. What's up, Blake? Elko84, Brian Brink. I think I said his name already, but Brian Brink needs a double shout out. Starfig is here. Detroit Dave, Video Power Gaming, Tony Taponi, Frankie Rivera, so more. Chris B, J Key, King
So
Panther,
more.
so many more. So more.
So more.
So more. There's so more people here. Oh my god. Where should we start? Should we start with should we just do traditional style and start with pickups?
Traditional stuff.
Why wouldn't we?
The-
How else would we do it?
Is starting with pickups? Is this the missionary position of toy anxiety?
Or traditional, yes.
It
You
is. It's
start
the
with
basic.
pickups.
It's
Oh,
the
okay.
basic. It's
It's an
Ooh.
icebreaker. Yeah.
yeah. It's let's go missionary and start with some pickups. Dole, you want to start us off?
Sure, I have a lot. I have a lot. Let's start off with some Star Wars because everybody likes Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, Alex and I like Star Wars. I don't know about the three of you. You guys have some shit takes. But anyways,
You act like we don't, but we do.
what do you mean? No, you do have shit takes. That's what I said. And
Oh,
Skeleton
okay.
Crew.
We'll do this later.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
It's
guys.
okay.
All right, Skeleton Crew. Jude Law's character. Already, it feels like this figure is out of date.
Yep.
But here
Sure
we are.
does. Let's talk about it.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's talk.
What's his
this-
name?
I don't even. He has like they didn't even put several names on here.
No,
I'm
no,
such
no,
a-
no,
I'm
no, no.
Jadna
Nawood.
Nawood.
Jadna Norwood.
He never says that name the whole
He-
show.
Not
Right?
once. This is made up by Hasbro. I'm sure of it. Anyways, this is great.
Stranger.
This will be the only Skeleton Crew figure we'll get in Vintage Collection, so I'm excited to have it.
It's not really a skeleton crew. It's just like a skeleton guy.
It's he's not even really part of the crew. He's just a jerk.
Yeah.
That's really it.
funny.
I also got the K2SO from Andor, so
That's a good looking
grabbed that one
figure.
as well. Great figure. Love this droid. Love K2SO. I got holy shit. I got so much. Okay, let's superpowers. I got my Riddler.
That's a good
Finally.
figure.
Love that Riddler.
Yeah,
I
look
love
at
his pose on the packaging. He's like
Yeah.
admiring his own figure.
Yeah. Yes. He's
Dang.
like, hey there.
hey there.
Mhm.
Hey, these have way better. These are good question marks. This is like a good amount of question marks.
Yeah.
That should be a whole stream.
It should
How
be.
many
Maybe that'll
question
be
marks
amount
should
of
Riddler
question
have?
like what's the ratio? What's the green, the bodysuit to question mark ratio?
Looks like
Negative
not
space,
many
yeah.
on the side of his.
I don't think there's any on the back at all.
Oh,
All of them,
as someone who has detailed a Riddler suit with sequins,
right? But let's take a look here. They look
It
like
looks
they're
like there's
also
some on the butt.
on his butt cheeks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but don't miss
No.
the sides.
Right? Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like it's really weird that they're. Well, I mean, I'll
You
riddle
gotta pick
that.
your battles.
You got to
Mhm,
pick your
mhm.
battles. Wait, am I the only one that has stuff?
No,
Or
I've
is
got
it like-
stuff.
I got
I've
stuff.
got a few things.
Okay, I got a lot. Okay, I'm gonna pass the buck over to Jacob Walsh.
Okay.
Hey, Jacob, how are you doing tonight?
Passing the buck. Yeah.
I got just two things I'll show off real quick, but the first one is it's a Matt Bush pickup.
Oh.
Oh,
This is a big.
these are
box.
exciting.
This is a
Yeah,
big box.
exciting.
This was waiting for me at Craig's. Look at this guy. I got this Tower of Fear Mezco thing. There's like,
sick.
let's see, it's like a play set, and then a whole bunch of Universal monsters. I don't want to open it because I opened it earlier and everything fell out of it. There's just like a ton of stuff in here. So it's got the sea creature, the werewolf, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, the mummy, and then there's like accessories and like a whole, like there's a
Yeah.
fucking whole house for them.
It's
to
your
live
own
in.
skeleton crew.
It's like Calico Critters,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
I kind of want that so I
monsters.
can put Calico Critters in there for Halloween.
That's
pretty
cool. I love that.
cool.
You could almost
Pretty
make like a little
cool.
board game out of it, like one of those like when like
Yeah.
in the '90s and they try to really impress with the 3D board games.
Yeah, for sure.
Fold 'em
But
out.
yeah,
I have a
so-
Batman Returns game like that.
Thanks, Matt Bush. This is awesome.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Matt
Very
Bush.
cool. Very cool. I got one other thing. I'll go ahead and knock it out. It came in the mail today. What I love the most about pre-orders is when you buy something a year ago and you completely forget it exists, and then
Right.
it just shows up. You
Love
paid
that.
for it a year ago. It feels like a little present to yourself, and that happened today with this Creep Show Jordy Verrill Stephen King 4-inch figure here. This
Who
is
made that?
It's Monstars Toys, which I've never heard of. Amok Time, which is a store, I think in New York. It's like, I think it's their own little toy line that they do. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it's a Stephen King toy, and Creep Show's amazing.
Yeah.
Jordy Verrill, he comes with 4 extra hands, the meteorite, and a bucket. And now I have my very own 4-inch Stephen King. I'm gonna open.
Now
this
you need to
blue
get
one.
the Stephen King or the G.I. Joe figure that Stephen King designed to go with him.
What?
Yeah.
In the 80s, Stephen King's kid was like a huge G.I. Joe fan, and him and his kid got to create a character.
They made one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, that's real?
That's
Yeah, I
real,
was like,
yeah.
that sounds cool.
I thought you were building up to some kind of like Shining pun or
No.
No.
Nope.
Let me
Nope,
see. The name of the
But
figure
the character is crazy too.
the name of the figure is
G.I. Joe Hill.
Is that it?
That was for you, Jacob.
Here, I'm going to share my screen. His name is Crystal Ball.
Oh, that's designed by Stephen King and his son?
Yeah,
Cobra
it makes
Hypnotist.
sense
Crazy.
though, right?
I wanna see it.
Hitsbook.com.
No way.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was hoping for
There
it to
you
just
go.
be like Jack Torrance. with
There
the
you
band
go.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Okay.
that's it. That's
Hey,
all right.
thanks for thanks for
Yeah,
10
thanks a lot.
seconds of being
That is it.
See,
Cool,
we're
that's
always
all I got.
learning here. This is let's see your stuff. Okay. Let me I'll go. I got a good amount of stuff, so let me what do I do? Okay, here, we'll start with this. Okay, so we did some toy hunting over the weekend. I guess I don't have as much as I thought. All right, I got 4 or 5 things. Show them off real quick. We went to Full Circle Toys, which had a grand reopening in Newnan, Georgia. We ran into Toy Anxiety YHS listener Chris Bouchard. Talked to him for a while, and as I noted on YHS last night, he said he heard me from across the store, which is on brand. On brand. So we did a little bit of shopping there, and I do have a couple things besides this, but I picked up this NWO Macho Man Randy Savage Ultimate for my WCW collection.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think they still had the retail price $25 on it. I actually think this has maybe gone up in value a little bit, but don't tell them.
Yeah, it's Macho
Too late.
Man.
And then sticking with wrestling for a second, I've got the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Outsiders Ultimates, and I was so excited to show these to Jake when he got
They're
here. I was
amazing.
like, they're really good. So
It made me want to buy wrestling toys.
these are the Outsiders Scott Hall.
Mm. Okay.
Two, you get the tag title, you get 2 shirts. Ryan, do you put on the NWO shirt or that classic Outsider shirt, or do you go no shirt? So many options.
Like just me personally when I'm at home.
Well,
No shirt.
if you're me and you own this figure, what do you go with?
Oh, I'm probably going with the Outsider shirt.
Yeah, that's a good shirt. So you get Hall and you get Kevin Nash. So these are
Ooh.
great figures, great
That's big.
sculpts, great accessories. Yeah, I've been on a real, this happens every friggin' January in Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season. I just re-engage with my love of pro wrestling. So,
Dude, 2
these
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks in the Rumble. Are we doing a Rumble?
I think we're gonna do a Rumble, and then Monday Night Raw's in town next week. I'm still on the fence. It's just so expensive to go see wrestling live now, but
I know. Now they don't talk about selling out. They go, we made the most amount of money at this event. It's like,
right.
Well, yeah, that's $2,000 a ticket, you nerd. Of course, it's gonna be the highest grossing.
Alex, do you have any pickups you want to show off?
I just had just one. I got a
Clayface.
little late to the party, but I got the Jada Cami from the Street Fighter
Oh, cool.
line.
Nice.
Really
Ooh.
awesome. Great looking figure.
See that?
The articulation is insane. Really
Yeah.
good. Even her braids are articulated, so you can have them like
Articulation.
Oh, they're bendy.
they're not
That
bendy,
rules.
but they swivel like on the so you can have
Okay.
them like
There's
down
actual
or
articulation.
like flying back. So what she
That's
does
awesome.
is like spiral arrow or move there.
Yeah.
Now, have the
Um,
rest of us been saying it wrong the whole time? Is it Jada Toys?
Well, I heard Pixel Dan say Jada, so
So
I'm
did
going
I.
with that.
So did I.
But
I've been hearing both lately.
Dude, he doesn't know
yeah,
what he's talking about.
Jada, you know.
Potato, potato.
But yes,
That's a good figure.
awesome figure. I really makes me want to see them do Darkstalkers, obviously. But also like looking at like her proportions, like the like boots and like these like arm gauntlets and stuff. I would really love to see them do Final Fantasy VII figures. Like I don't know if we have any
Mhm.
Final Fantasy VII fans out there, but like in like the original art style, like I know that Square Enix does like very high end, like expensive, 6-inch Final Fantasy VII figures, but like Jada FF7 figures would be rad, I think.
Yep.
I
agree.
think
Yeah.
this isn't an official Jeffries category, but most interesting company with like the highest upside right now, I think, is Jada. which is what I call them officially
Jada
now.
Jada.
Jada Jada. And I'm really excited to see what they do with that Scooby-Doo line. And there was rumors that they were going to get the Mortal Kombat license, and obviously their Street Fighter stuff's amazing. And yeah, it's just really cool. So
Yeah.
very cool stuff. Thanks for showing that off.
Very
Abby,
cute.
you got a couple things?
Yeah, I do. Let's see. You mentioned we were at a grand reopening for a store that relocated, called Full Circle Toys, which was down in like a little old square in Newton, Georgia. And now they're in kind of like a big shopping center.
Right.
And we saw lots of friends, which Craig mentioned, which was really nice. Great seeing everybody. I picked up just a couple little things. One of them is a very big deal for me because I have had the same wallet for probably 12 years.
Hold
I
on.
got myself.
I wish you had it to show off. Abby has been rocking.
It is. I wish I
a
could go find it. It
paper-
might take a minute.
Hold on. It is a paper Simpsons wallet that came from a loot crate 15 years ago.
Loot crate, dude.
Loot crate. It's,
Yeah,
it's,
it's old shit.
it feels like a dollar bill that's on its last leg.
It's like a blanket. It's the softest, most foldable paper wallet, but you can't even tell like what's on it anymore. That is all of the Simpsons. So yeah, it's hard for me to part with things. I'm not a fan of change, but when it's time, it's time. So I kind of upgraded from the paper to, I guess, plastic wallet here. This Karopi
Wow.
wallet, which
Hell
I
yeah.
love.
Oh,
It's from
that's cute.
1996. I swear I either had this or a friend did. 'cause
People
it just looked-
listen. Davey, my sister had that wallet. As
He
a
was
kid.
big. Like
Andy,
this is.
I have that wallet. This
Oh,
is a
I'm sure
big
I had that.
wallet.
Yeah, it jumped out at me. So yeah, I've can't wait to put some pictures in here. I've got my license and all that jazz, little cash.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Look at
Whoa.
you.
Look at
Whoa.
cash.
Shopping.
Little cash.
All
huh?
the women
Look, cash,
independent.
you know
Throw
me.
your hands up.
Yeah. So I love this. I absolutely. It's adorable. It's eye catching. It's iconic, and it's something that I'll be happy to go and get out of my bag whenever I need my wallet. That makes me happy.
Very cool.
Jason
Um,
Chrysler says, my wife and 12-year-old are in agreement that Abby's hoodie is fire.
Thank you. My therapist complimented it today also. So that means a lot. It's Teddy Fresh and I love that company. They've got a cool podcast. Yeah. So I did get a couple other little things. As you watchers and listeners know, I'm into small knickknacks and paper items. And stickers. So these fall in that category. I've got these Barbie stickers that I picked up. They're dress up. That's just gorgeous. I love that Barbie. I love that these are puffy stickers. I absolutely adore that Ken at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's ready to go skiing.
Yes.
Do the
No, no, no.
robot?
Don't bring up
Yeah.
skiing again. I'll get started. My skiing
Ski
movies.
Patrol. Yes. Dude. Okay. Yeah, I love these. I celebrate Barbie, and I literally, when I saw these, I was like, I want to give this to one of my coworkers. This is fun. So yeah, it's great to get stuff that you can kind of give away and enjoy yourself. And I do have a couple, just four more little things, which were courtesy of Jacob Walsh. Happy birthday, Jacob.
Well,
Oh,
And
happy birthday, Jacob.
yeah, he
Happy
actually
birthday.
out of the blue surprised me, which was really nice. I got Booska, which I love Booska. Such a cute little figure. This is like a Safubi. Jacob, you could probably talk more about Booska, but I do collect their stuff. I have a bag that I use at work that's like a little zipper bag. Just look at that little face. It's kind of almost giraffe-like, that little tooth. This is fun. I love this. It makes me very
The
happy.
eyes are
And-
googly eyes.
Yeah.
You take 'em as
Googly
eyes.
eyes. Like,
Oh, sick.
Nice.
yes. He's ready for Dragon Con. Yeah, so I love that. And then Jacob, I have absolutely no idea what this next thing is, but I really like it. I really like its hair. So there we go.
He's your new favorite. He's everybody's favorite kaiju. That's Pigmon or Garamon. Choose the name you wanna call him. But
Pig
he's
Vomit.
everybody's favorite. Yeah.
Look at
Not
the
Pig
texture.
Vomit.
It's almost like a chicken nugget. I love that.
Don't
Then,
step on that.
Yeah.
oh, I
does
won't.
look- Yeah, he looks like multiple
Booska are
McDonald's
friends.
characters combined.
Yeah.
He looks
I-
like
he look-
Grimace, Ronald McDonald, and the Hamburglar.
Yeah, there's a little goth going on. Yeah, I love everything about that.
Oh. I love
And yeah,
McDonald's.
so they're sitting next to my this little dude right now, and I've got a good collection going on my desk. Makes me very happy. So thanks, Jacob. That was really nice
Welcome.
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show really quick.
Wait a minute. What are these?
These are not toys. These are books.
Those are not gifts.
They're not gifts. I'm excited
You
about
can
them
show
because
'em off
it's
if you want.
snowing and I'm gonna have the day off tomorrow. I hope. Let's all cross our fingers. And I can look through this book, Vinyl Conflict, which has all the Sofubi, some guy's Sofubi collection, which is just really well photographed. And then this book, Wicked, the Grimmery. So this is from the play and the Broadway production. I'm excited to look through it. And
So this
I love
is a-
big books.
That was
picture
great.
books. Thank you.
Long running theme. Anytime Jacob visits, he does often bring gifts. And a lot of times he brings Abby nice stuff. He also likes to leave things as leave behinds for borrowing. And sometimes there's confusion over what is the present and what will be returned to
keep?
him.
What do we return? Right.
So the books are Jake's to keep. But thank you for I'm gonna look through that Sofubi. I'm getting ready to buy some. I'm going on Sofubi, a Sofubi safari in Japan.
That's why I brought it. That's a good.
That's really
a
good.
good book for figuring your
I'm gonna put that
collection
down.
out.
Yeah, I'm excited to get kind of prepared.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So listen, I got a couple. Ryan, do you have a few more things?
I do.
Go for it. I got to grab something.
Should I power
but
through?
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't need you. I got the other three. I'm gonna piggyback off of Alex here. I also got
Oh, twins.
Ooh,
twinsies.
and twins.
And
Yeah.
I got her co-star in the same movie, Guile.
Nice.
Cool.
So
A flat top.
got
By the way,
his as
how do you
well.
take them out of the packaging? Like I find is there a trick to
Like
open in the
this.
package? Because because the bottom of it is like arcade shaped. Oh my gosh.
Whoa, he's doing it.
Incredible Hulk.
You're
All right.
like that.
See, I'm too
doing it.
I'm
There.
I'm
But yeah.
too gingerly with it.
Yeah,
That's how
you
you
got
do
it.
it.
Just are you going to really keep these boxes? You're not. They're going to recycling. So just
I wanna
toss it.
pretend
Like
I'm
they're
at the
beautiful.
arcade.
The packaging. The packaging is beautiful,
Oh yeah, it's great.
but we ain't keeping them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wiki.
So, but anyway, I got DJ as well.
Nice.
And I got some Marvel Legends that came through as well. So I got the Wolverine, Deadpool.
Great
I guess
figure.
Deadpool, Wolverine. I always say Wolverine first.
okay.
Maybe 'cause
Well, you have an
Wolverine's just been
X-Men
around
bias.
longer.
Well, you're in
First in your
Canada.
heart.
It's different in Canada.
There's
Yeah.
Well, they're both Canadian, by the way.
I know.
Also, it is the 50th anniversary of Giant Sized X-Men this year.
Whoa.
Okay.
So that's like a
Wow.
pretty big deal. I think we're gonna do a big celebration for it on Gotham City tonight. We're gonna
If I were to buy
just,
like
you
an
know-
early issue of Giant Size X-Men graded, which one should I get?
Oh my g-
number
None
one.
yeah, get it 0.8. That'd be great. I also got some of the Secret Wars figures.
Oh, those
cool.
are fun.
God, that looks
so
good.
Yeah, I when I first saw this, I was like, oh, good. I don't need to get another Wolverine. Then that fucking face, and I was like,
Dude.
I do need this. I need it. So I'm going to actually keep this one on the card. I'm
Oh,
going to
cool.
display it with my vintage one that's also on the card. Because I think that's fun. And I have a lot of Wolverines. I don't know if anyone knows that. I also got the Beyonder. It is wonderful.
Nice.
This is one of those characters you're like, are they ever going to get to Beyonder? They did. So I
Yeah.
needed it because
Yeah, I've
I
been
mean,
wondering.
it's a pretty big deal. I've been Beyondering. I got Titania as well to go with my villains.
I am Titania.
Pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is another great figure. She-Hulk villain. Very important that everyone owns a She-Hulk fig. And I got this Captain. Because I also have a problem where it's just like, hey, I have how many Captain America figures? Do I need another? I do. I just do. Just like we need Spider-Man figures. And don't act like you're not buying that Marvel Legends Maximum Spider-Man.
Yeah, we're
You
buying.
are.
it.
You're all doing it.
Already
I'm
pre-ordered.
buying it. You're buying it too. You're going to look at the price and go, it's not $40. Guess what? You're still buying it.
Is it $40?
Just letting you know. No. It's 50 American, 70 Canadian.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Mm,
Price is going
wow.
up.
And it's probably the closest thing. Price is going up. But you know what? We'll probably see Like it's the closest thing that we've gotten so far, those Maximum series, to like, having an accessory pack, because that's what it is.
Right.
It's like a figure, an accessory, and it's great because you can do multiple ones like Spider-Man with like different things, with like web shields and like webbed up boxing gloves, and you can do lots. So
By the
I'm
way,
all for it.
I never
I'm
got
all
a
for this
clear
Maximum.
answer. What happened to the Marvel Legends stream last week? Was there just technical difficulties?
Yeah.
Yeah,
to say the
apparently
least.
they were on the same. Apparently it's like old school Yes Have Some. It's just kind of,
It was they uploaded like the VR, like I was there like on the dot to watch it, and I was so confused seeing this crazy warped video. I didn't have my VR
it was
gear
weird.
with me.
That's
Weird.
Well, anyways, for those of you who don't know what I'm saying, they revealed this brand new Maximum series, Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Multiple heads, 6
That's cool.
sets of hands.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Holy
really
shit.
cool. It's kind of like you get, it's like a deluxe.
You get a
set.
lot.
It's cool.
And I feel
It
like this
is.
is the first time that Marvel Legends has done the like thwipping hand where the webbing is coming out of his wrist. Because like when we were doing our the Mondo Spider-Man, like I was like kind of research, like has anyone done? You don't see it much because it's difficult to do, to fit a little like peg into a wrist that has to be like on a ball joint, right? So you don't have a lot of room in there. So like most Spider-Man figures, you'll notice it's either like a clip-on thing or it's like sculpted in place, and like so I don't think Marvel Legends has ever done the like thwip with the web out coming out. So.
Yeah, it's very cool. I like the Spider Sense. Halo they got on there. I like the bare wrists where you see his skin
web
and then
shooters.
you see the web shooters. I think that's such a nice touch too. It's great. It's great.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. You're up,
All right.
Craig.
All right, I'm up. I got a couple more things. They're all on brand for me, since I said I was in my Batman era. No, my Dark Knight era. I'm in my Christopher Nolan era. Full Circle Toys. These are figures I've never owned. I've seen them. The packaging was so nice and they just look so good. I bought 2 of these. I'm going to leave these on card. These Mattel Batman Begins figures, which, if you can believe it, 20 years already.
What?
Yeah.
This year's the 20-year anniversary. So we've got the just the regular Batman figure there. Battle Gear Batman. Spiritual successor to the Kenner line. A little bit bigger. Really cool accessories. So I got the Batman.
I think those look pretty good, especially for 20 years ago. Those look.
Yeah, I think they look
I
good.
think they
And
look
then
good too.
I got the Ra's al Ghul figure. No spoilers here. No Mask of the Phantasm situation here. So I was doing some reach. Like, there's 10 figures on the cross sell, and Mattel made a ton of figures for Batman Begins, and then Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. So it's a little bit of a rabbit hole. But I got I think the Batman was 20 and the Ra's al Ghul was $12. So I got a pretty good deal on them. So I don't know how far I'll go, but I'm definitely not opening those and dealing with all the accessories. I'll just have them as nice little display pieces.
Did you own those before and get rid of them? Because I'm having like a flashback to being at a toy store with you, and you had like got a huge collection of them. From somebody.
I had a bunch of the Mattel Dark Knight Rises and Dark Knight figures at one point.
Okay.
That I did get rid of, and I kind of forgot about till you just brought it up, and now I'm a little bit upset.
I just had like a flash. I just had like a
Masters.
flash of remembering that.
The Movie Masters figures, yeah, and they're pretty good. And I had like all 5 variants of the Joker Robber gang.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, that's
You can see the annoyance in his face. He's like, "Oh, cool."
There you go. Okay, so I got some Hot Toys in, which I've been waiting for a long. Well, this one I've been waiting for like 2 years. finally came in, posted some pictures in the YJust Discord. Abby hates for some reason. Abby just is like anti-Joker.
It's fine. It's fine.
Whatever. Hey, Abby, your outfit right now matches this figure.
I know. I've been Jokerized. That's the really fucked up thing. The whole time.
But this is the new McFarlane Deluxe Joker statue. No,
It is not.
this is it's on the stand. So this is the Joker, Dark Knight.
Well
Deluxe.
posed, by the way. It's very natural.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
No, I'm being serious. It looks like he does in the movie. Like,
So literally, I went and looked at a bunch of reference photos and spent an hour trying to get this pose. So
Posing him?
what you
Oh, that's
just
so
said to me
sweet.
means so much. I did remove his knife from his hand because I will lose it if I brought it over here. So
Because you love him too much.
this is not the artisan edition with like the actual hair. This is like the plasticky hair. I didn't want I don't want to be brushing Joker's hair every night. But this also has a little. I don't have it plugged in, but it has a LED Dark Knight like logo lights up on the stand. So obviously,
cool.
Hot Toys. This stuff's very high quality. And my primary focus this year is putting together this premium Batman shelf with a lot of Hot Toys and 1/6 scale stuff. Then Jacob and I went to where'd we go? Second Chance Toys.
Second Chance.
Now this is an older Hot Toy, and my preference would be to not buy older Hot Toys just because like the sculpts have gotten so much better, and the craftsmanship has gotten so much better. But they had it. I got a deal on it. Jacob, we did some research. I was looking at the face sculpt online. I was like, you know what? For the price I got this at, and I did get a really good deal. I was like, let's just go for it. So this is the Rachel. This is the Harvey Dent. Yeah, this is my thank you for smoking Jason Reitman figure. He's a little he's a little clean cut on one side and a little party man on the other. So yeah, now and then my Bane, which I've also been waiting for a long time, was supposed to come today, but there was a snowstorm. So
But he was born in the darkness, so we're assuming he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's the second time doing that joke today. Thank you.
there
for
was
Kill
a
him both
moment.
times.
We got back from Second Chance Toys, and there was a moment where Craig, you were in your toy room putting that on the shelf.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting on the couch, and you're just talking to yourself, and at one point you go, I dropped the fucking coin. And then like 3 seconds later, you're like, found it.
It comes with a very small coin. And if you don't know anything about Harvey Dent, you don't need Nicole Kidman to put the bat signal up to tell you that the coin is his Achilles heel.
I didn't buy anything at Second Chance, but I will tell you, I thought really hard, and I had a conversation with you, Craig,
Yes.
and I almost bought a bunch of Kenner Aliens figures.
Yeah, you did. It was tough.
It was
Mhm.
I had made the decision. They had the power loader still in the box, and I had made the decision. I was like, I'm buying that. And then I turned around. I was like, you know what? Just gonna get that because that's all I saw. They had a lot of the NECA stuff. And then we turned around, and there were some pegs that had like 6 or 8 of the aliens just still in the package, and I was just like, fuck.
Dude, I
Right,
love
and,
the drop ship from that line.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had it or anything, but it looks super cool with the like capture tank that like detaches. Like,
Yeah.
I was watching
The-
like the Avatar 2, and like just James Cameron, like such his ideas are made for
Reuse it?
toys. Like it's just like
Oh,
all
okay.
his like gear and stuff. Like
I agree.
Hey, there was. I want to.
Hey, is Avatar too good?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you make it all the way through?
Of course not.
pass.
I don't know. I didn't
We're
watch it.
all like, tell me it's good. I need it.
Hey, Craig.
Yeah.
I just there's one more thing that happened this weekend that I want to bring up because I thought it was very funny. And,
Okay.
we usually just like a little bit of inside. you and Abby both have a vehicle. We usually take Abby's vehicle because it's a newer, just all around better, bigger,
It's a better
nicer
car.
vehicle. And
Thank you.
Abby, you had
Yeah,
to go to
everybody,
work.
I sacrificed myself. All right, keep going.
Abby had to go to work on Sunday, and so we took your car. And this really funny thing happened where I opened the door to sit in the passenger seat, and there was a Target bag there, and you were like really quickly like, I just throw that in the back. And I grabbed it, and I'm like, well, of course I'm gonna look in here, and it's like full of toys. It was like
those are
toys. It was toys and an unopened bottle of Diet Coke.
That's Craig's
But
supply
what's so
set.
funny, the funniest thing is like one of the toys was a vintage collection. Who was it? What's his name?
Oh, the Cobb Vanth. I don't even
Cobb
it's in here
Vanth. And I'm
somewhere,
like, and it was just a really funny moment that I don't even know if you realize you did it, but it was like I pulled out the Star Wars toy, and it was as if you felt like you needed to. You were like, "Oh yeah, I just grabbed that because it was really cheap at Walmart. I just been seeing it was like $5. So I just picked
like
it
your
up."
McDonald's wrappers.
And I was like, "It's okay. I don't care that you're getting a Star Wars toy."
Hide
I'm
the
holding it
evidence.
It's
for
like
a
you had to
friend.
defend your buy.
That is so
It's
funny.
for my nephew's birthday. It's coming up, and
Yeah.
I'm not buying these toys.
Yeah. He's a big Cobb Vanth fan. Has been.
Yeah.
Day one.
Can I get a gift receipt with that too? Just to be sure?
Yeah. This isn't for me. No, I did that Cobb Vanth TVC figure. Oh, here it is. It was.
I figured it was still sitting in the car.
No. I
There it
drank a
is.
Coke Zero and I got my Cobb Vanth.
We don't
We've
waste
showed this off.
anything.
We've showed this off, but it was marked down to $7 at Target.
Crazy.
It is crazy because it was like $25. Okay, so we should address the thumbnail tonight, talking about toy prices going up, and let's just talk about it. So, actually, hold on. Before we do that, Alex, I feel bad. Let's talk about Clayface first.
Oh, yeah.
We're like holding Alex hostage.
Well,
here.
we're on the
He
topic
wants
of
to be here.
Batman 1/6 scale.
Right.
so-
Yeah, it's a little bit on topic. It's on topic. But yeah, Alex, so the Mondo Clayface went up today.
Yeah.
You guys just did a whole stream about it, and I know you guys will cover it as well on Gotham City tonight. But let's just take a look at it, and you can walk us through anything you want, actually.
Yeah, so he's out and available, and I think like you're showing off the Hot Toys Christopher Nolan figures, but I think because Clayface is made out of clay, right? So like I think even this animated Clayface would work as like a realistic Clayface for your
I'm in it.
whatever 1/6
yeah.
scale Batman collection you have.
I'm attempting to share the screen.
I thought you
and
were
it's
pulling a
going really
picture
slow.
up, but
I'm trying.
Well, I'll
my
describe it
computer's
to you. So he's kind of like he's this guy, but he's made out of clay.
Mhm.
And
okay.
he's got like
Interesting.
yellow
A face.
eyes and
Mhm.
yellow teeth.
one of
yeah.
the best figures, dude. Like seriously, whenever I saw this thing, I can't remember where it was that Mondo had it for the first time.
It was at Designer Con.
Designer Con, yeah. The display, this thing is such. This is an amazing toy, dude. This thing
Thank
is
Cool looking character.
insane.
What's
where
fun
do you-
about this too is like we all like worked on it, right? It's like me, Tommy, Hector, Mark Bristow, like we
Yeah.
like everybody like got involved on this one.
Real quick, Ryan, as the Batman animated series aficionado, where does Clayface rank on your Rogues Gallery rankings?
Well, that's not a fair thing to do with this series, because I've never thought to ever rank these characters because they're
I
all.
thought I was giving you a layup. I thought you had the list in your
No.
back pocket.
Yeah.
I thought he would too. Hey, was
Uh,
Clayface originated in Batman the Animated Series, or did I just make that up? No,
Nope.
It's from like
Harley
the
Quinn was right.
50s. Yeah.
Harley
Yeah.
Clayface on the Harley Quinn animated show on HBO. I don't know if anyone watches that, but he's an amazing character. He's really funny. He's like a wannabe actor. So it's really cool.
That's his gimmick. But yeah, the no, I think, but in as terms as episodes go, it's probably my top 3.
Yeah.
as far as episodes go, because it's just beautifully animated. Ghibli Studios did some of the animation for his two-parter as well. They phoned in a favor and said, like, hey, help us out. And they were like, oh, we'll help you and we'll elevate this show. And they did. It is hands down one of the best episodes. Plus, as even if you're gonna even go to like vintage Clayface figures, I still think the first one they made, that Kenner made for the animated series, is one of the best figures they've ever made.
It's great. And this one you can like, if you get the exclusive, you can recreate that Kenner one with the like claw hand you see here with the metal part, and the like he's got his like mace hand.
Right.
And he's kind of squishy like the Kenner toy.
So good.
Yeah, and there seems to just be a lot of Clayface in the air these days. They got the Mike Flanagan's writing the movie.
Yeah.
And Clayface was originally rumored as being part of the sequel for the Matt Reeves Batman, and then Alex, when you're working on, like, how long do you work on something like this before it goes on sale? Is it like a year? Is it like 6 months?
Yeah, it's about a year. It varies from figure to figure, but yeah, typically it's because there's a whole pipeline. So it goes first stage is concept, then sculpt, then when sculpt is approved, articulation, then that gets sent to the factory and you iron out like even more of the like engineering and production stuff, and then that gets sent back to us. We have a paint master made, and then it's just this back and forth, and on a character like this, it's our first time doing like a seamless parts, like a softer plastic skin that's over this like ratcheted endoskeleton, like an armature, like a ratcheted armature inside. So he's got like these kind of like squishy areas, and like you can see his like arm bends, and like the clay kind of deforms naturally without having like a joint in there. So it's cool from that aspect too. Like this picture, like, first of all, Raul Barrero like does a lot of our photos, and he did these, and they're just so amazing. But like this one in particular, I just hear Ron Perlman's voice, like I just it's so associated with the character, and yeah, it's great.
Well, that's great, man. So this is on sale now. The limited edition version sold out.
Yeah.
But you can still get the regular edition.
Yeah, and it comes with the regular. Still comes with a lot of stuff. Like that's what I love about like getting to work for Mondo is and work on figures at this kind of premium level, is like you can do all these accessories. Like you can just load the guy up with a shape-shifting character like Clayface. It's like we just had this long list of like everything we wanted to see him come with, and we're like, let's just do as much as we can. Like, let's just cram this box full. And he's already like a big figure. He's like 13.5 inches tall, and he's like almost as wide as he is tall. But so yeah, to do like a giant chunky figure that comes with all that, like, it's just really fun.
It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. So I know you guys will cover it even more in depth tomorrow on Gotham City Tonight. If you guys aren't following Gotham City Tonight and subscribing, Ryan and Alex, you guys do an amazing show every week. You cover DC, Marvel, comics, toys. You really get into the weeds with this stuff. So I hope everybody goes and follows. And Alex, as always, this is just like incredible work. Like, you should be so happy with yourself. Like, I can't. I like try to freehand draw a sketch of Batman last week, and I'm just like, I can't.
I will show it.
Please don't. Please,
man, you really are on a Batman kick.
Yeah, you really is.
Dude, I go through these.
What he didn't tell anybody is he drew that at 4 a.m. He woke up in a sweat, and he was
like the flux capacitor.
He's drawing Batman. It's Batman.
This is what man, it's just awesome. The whole I have the I have the Batman figure, the regular just the regular Batman. It's awesome. I've got it next to my Wolverine. They hang out, they talk, they trade cowl tips, and it's
Nice.
fantastic.
Any other? Hey, did they trade any other tips?
Claws,
Oh.
talons. What are they
Alright.
called? They're not called
Yeah,
talons.
claws.
Ryan, anything else on this before we move right along?
Alex, is it sold out? I haven't checked yet today.
Yeah, the exclusive is sold out. That was a
Nice.
limited edition size of 1,500. But the regular is still up there, still available, and
That's great.
Awesome.
So everyone buy
And
it.
have you guys announced who
so
your
we can
next?
get more figures.
Everyone buy it. Have you announced who the next character is in this
No.
line?
no.
No. Okay.
Uh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Will you tell us after the show?
Yeah.
He's
if you-
like,
Oh, he might.
we'll guess. We'll have a guessing game.
Let's just say it's if it's the Riddler, which I have no idea if it is or not, but if it is, Ryan Dole is going to be the question mark QC analyst.
See,
Question
you
mark.
know that
distribution.
you know that Batman the Animated Series was
Oh, yeah, he
like
just
done
has the-
was done during like a more toy savvy time because
Yeah.
that Riddler design one question mark
Yep,
on his
yep.
tie.
That's it.
They were talking to Kenner.
Just one.
That's
when
all
they
you
were
really
Ah.
need.
drawing that
That's
one.
all you
Yeah.
really need.
Maybe it helps
Davey
with the
says,
animation a little bit too.
Hey, by the way, I got my X-Men pool party poster. Thanks, Alex.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice! I got mine too.
Yeah, that was all you.
Alex
Oh.
invented.
Yeah,
it.
I'm
He drew
guys.
it.
You don't know I'm Jim Lee.
What?
So I wanted to talk about this a little bit because I think it's really important as we are a collector focused show. We collect toys, we buy toys, we are consumers of these products. And I feel like it would be weird to not acknowledge this. So I don't want to get overtly political on this, but you kind of have to a little bit. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, no, you have to a little bit. I don't think we need to get into.
You have
The
to acknowledge
entirety
the
of the-
causes.
Well, yeah, I don't think you have to, and like, just even acknowledge the entirety of this, maybe still happening tax war or not. Like
Right.
again, things have. It's always like we're going to do it today, or we're going to do it next week. This could be something
Right.
that your current president dangles in front of countries' faces for 4 years.
Right. Who
Just to
knows?
fuck
Mhm.
everybody.
Sure.
We don't know. But
Sure.
at the same time, there's enough people in power that things could change. So it's just something that we need to take. So we're just going to talk about the ones that might be implemented in China, because that's the ones that are going to affect the toy industry. Not anywhere. There'll be other problems everywhere else if these go through. But we're just going to talk about the ones coming from China and the toy industry. And that's it.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about this halfway intelligently, and I wanted to kind of break it down to where it makes the most sense. So essentially, what is being talked about is these tariffs on countries who manufacture products and import them into the United States. So, for instance, the one they're talking about in China could be 10%, it could be upwards of 60%. What that basically means that all these American companies, from the big guys like Hasbro, Mattel, to Funko, to Super 7, to NECA, down to all the smaller dudes who are running Kickstarters and, Four Horsemen Studios and just basically across the board, factually, and there's articles, I was doing some research today, like 90% of toys are manufactured in China as of right. That's just the way it is. And if you really start thinking about it, most consumer goods that we use, iPhones, shoes, clothes, microphones, like most stuff is manufactured in China. It's just the way
Any
it
big
is.
brands.
Any big brands. And if these taxes and these tariffs are mandated by our government, meaning that it will be our government saying, okay, in order for China to import these products into America, you will now have to pay an additional tax. What will happen across the board is that the companies producing, the bigger companies will likely raise the prices, and that will pass the buck onto the consumer. This could really impact smaller companies' ability to even produce. And I took it further today. I reached out to 4 or 5 people I know in the toy industry anonymously, and I said, hey, no political leanings, just tell me, what does this mean? You know, if these tariffs go through and it's a 10%, 20% hike, and across the board, 4 or 5 people all told me it's not good. It's going to, even if it means that every toy that we buy goes up 20%, we're already in a time period where everything's expensive already. I mean, we're showing off Mondo figures that are $270. So another 10% or 20%. Vintage collection figures in America are up to $18, $20. Ryan is paying $25, $30, $40. We just talked about the Marvel Legends maximum. It's going to be $70 already in Canada. You're talking about getting to a point where, and the question I wanted to pose to everybody is, at what point do you as a collector have to make the decision where, not from a political standpoint, but just from a consumer standpoint, where I can't even justify the cost anymore? That's kind of where I wanted to lead this conversation. Ryan, does that seem fair?
That is fair.
Right. And then AJ Quick made a really good point. Unless companies were like, you know what? Instead of increasing our prices, we're just not going to make as much money anymore.
But that's not what's happening either. Again, not trying to get political about it.
No, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
In fact, they're trying to make themselves more rich right now than they've ever been.
Yeah. So I found another article today. I'll just I'm going to post the link in the chat. I'm not even going to pull up the article, but this was an article from a couple months ago. Across the board in the toy industry, there is stress and worry because this will put potentially a huge it's just like a new obstacle. And like many things in life, at the end of the day, the middle class consumer ends up kind of paying the price. It's just kind of like, it's just like factual. Like, I don't really even know. I'm trying to be as like diplomatic as possible. So anyways, does anybody else want to chime in on this? Like, just from like an opinion place, like at what point do you, Ryan, at what point do you stop buying Marvel Legends?
Well, let's put this. I haven't bought a Marvel Legend from Toys R Us in over a year.
Okay.
Because the Marvel Legends, like Toys R Us in Canada, for whatever reason, decided they were going to be the most expensive place to buy toys in the world. So at one point, Marvel Legends were selling for $45. Then after taxes, that's close to $50 a pop. That's just for a basic one. And everyone's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And so everyone kind of just played the wait for discount game. And then then Toys R Us started to kind of lower prices a little bit, but you're still better off getting it from like even like an independent retailer, like there's CMD store, there's eCollectibles, like other Canadian retailers that you can buy that specialize in toys, that you're better off getting from them over Toys R Us. Right. But I mean, like, again, like it's already like what, $35 a figure for Marvel Legends up here.
Hey, Davey had a good point, by Ryan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're in Canada. If Canada's not going to impose tariffs on China, you might somehow we might even the playing field here, and United States could be paying more than you are.
Yeah, well, that would depend on how they're shipping it. So if they're taking it to the States first and then bringing it up here, then we get dinged. If they all of a sudden decide, hey, we want to keep things, they can have it shipped to either, like, they can have it shipped to Vancouver because that's the coast that's closest. Then they're not imposing those tariffs because they're coming straight to us directly.
Right.
So, but you're right. In that case, certain things might end up being cheaper here or the same price.
Right.
right?
And I do want to,
but I mean in Canadian bucks.
and I do want to have a caveat here. When I did talk to toy industry people today, people use the blanket word tariffs. There is a lot that goes into this, and there's different structures of the way that, who would be affected at what cost. It might benefit a smaller company to stay in China, while a bigger company might need to move manufacturing to another country. And all of this, I try to be like a diplomatic person and see things from different sides, right? I think what the administration is saying, and somebody keep me honest here because I'm no political expert, is that in order to improve America's economy and make America the manufacturing powerhouse that it was, I don't know, in 1960 or whatever, with Detroit muscle, we're all going to get muscle cars. The idea is that
Nice.
We need to collect these taxes in order to put pressure on American companies to not outsource their manufacturing and do it here, which opens up this entire other discussion of
right. Now, just to go back to like 4 years ago from this, the last time he was in power in the White House, he imposed tariffs on like aluminum and all that stuff in hoping that that would come back to America and it would create jobs.
Right.
But that didn't happen. What ended up happening was, no, we're going to keep it there and we're just going to raise the prices.
Right. Well, that's the thing.
And it never happened. So I'm like, why would it work this time? So
Alex, I don't want to put you.
It's weird.
I don't want to put you on the spot from like a toy industry perspective. Why is all the manufacturing done in China? Is it just the efficiency from a cost perspective?
Yeah. Well, I think yeah, it's also the level of like skilled production labor and resources. Like it's much harder to find production quality at the same level in other places, right? Because it just, they have the history, the resources,
right.
I mean, but things are, things have been changing for a while because their economy has been changing over the past 2 decades. So that's, why you see it sort of becomes like harder and harder to find, to find the same level of craftsmanship, workmanship for like the lower cost, which is the main reason why you've seen prices rise steadily over the last, several years.
Right. Right. And don't get me wrong, like there is problematic things happening in the way that, when you hear all the stories, like, that it's not, I'm not saying it's good. It should be like this. I'm just saying like many things in life, like this is the system we're in. And it's like, what do you do? Is everyone going to throw out their phone tomorrow? Is everyone going to stop? Like maybe that's the answer, but I don't think that's the answer. Again, there's a lot of commentary going on. I think the discussion in the chat's pretty healthy. Jacob, you haven't chimed in on anything. Are you
Hey, I'm gonna buy toys until I'm dead in the ground, bro. Well, first of all, I think part of the deal is like it's a little different for me because I don't collect any like full lines that are happening. I already pick and choose what I buy. And I'm kind of mainly buying stuff like Mondo or Safubi anyway at this point. But also it's like, how much do we think things are going to go up? Are we thinking like toys are going to go up like $2, or are we thinking they're going to go up like $10? You know what I mean? It's like everything goes up every year, and I feel like, I don't know what it would have to be for me to just completely stop collecting toys. But I don't know, man. It's such a weird life is already like such a fucking hard thing to deal with most of the time. I'm gonna buy a toy. Like, I don't care if it's a little bit more money. Like, it sucks, but everything
Yeah.
goes up. Davey says that most of us will still pay it, and I think we probably will, unless it's like, it's just like an insane up. Like, are we thinking in a year toys are gonna get like double in price? Or I guess it's like
Yeah.
impossible to say what that,
Well, look
height
at
is
like
gonna be.
you see people kind of freaking out over the cost of that new Maximum Marvel Legends Spider-Man that we brought up earlier,
Right.
which that's 50. You said $50.
I think
yeah,
45 or 50 US.
45
yeah.
or 50. Yeah, in comparison to the previous, what people typically pay for Marvel Legends, which was $20, then went up to 25, 30-ish. So, but he comes with a lot of stuff, and it's an all new.
We need
tooling, all
Brian.
new
We
buck,
need Brian Brink to. We need a chart for.
We need a chart.
We
Put
need
up
a
the
chart.
Chartman signal.
I want a chart for like the last 10 years of toy collecting. Average prices, how much they've gone up. Like, that would be, I mean, legitimately an interesting thing to see just what it's gone up just for, inflation and just normal prices being raised every year. And then kind of see what the taxes and the tariffs are
Right.
doing. And
Hey, by the way, there's a lot of
you have
I was
just real quick, you have like there's fluctuations in like material costs and labor costs, and and just the market in general. Like, there's a lot of things that contribute.
yeah.
Right.
Real quick, we have a lot of people watching, so we appreciate you guys being here. Make sure, if it's your first time, if you're a long time listener, this is your first time, whatever, hit the like button. Glad you're here. We're gonna wind down this discussion in a few minutes, but I think it's been a really good discussion so far.
I agree.
Alex, I
It's
think you
something
have
that hits us
interesting
all close to
insight.
home.
Abigail, any thoughts here?
I mean, I would hate to see the market in general, like the toy industry, see toy companies struggling, and like shuttering up and closing their doors because of this. I love toys. I want to continue to buy toys. And I think that having a place where we like this, where we can come and talk about the toys that we love, is so important.
Right.
So I would hate for that to be like slowed down or paused.
Or
I know
even
things are always-
stressful. Like, I don't
Right.
even want it to be stressful. Like, the fact that we're even
Mhm.
having to have, like, why are we having a
For
grown-up
real.
conversation right now?
Talk
Adult
about
discussion
toy
about it.
anxiety.
I bought a Stephen King.
Oh,
toy.
it's almost like that's the name of the show.
Yeah.
Dude.
But listen,
Davey Sockrocker had it right when he was like, no matter what, adult collectors are going to complain like about everything.
well,
at all
yeah,
times.
that's true too.
So, like,
But
that
I
is the
think
one truth.
I think that this goes beyond just the taxes and the tariff. Like, this is the cost of goods across the board is increasing, right? Like, inflation, like everything is extremely expensive. Did you know it is cheaper to eat at a TGI Fridays or a Chili's than it is at Taco Bell or McDonald's? Listen, this is just like one of my favorite movies, The Dark Knight Rises, okay? Listen, there's a lesson to be learned here. I feel
Prices
like
rise.
the prices rise. By the way, opening scene of that movie with the blood transfusion and the airplane, this is epic stuff here.
Ridiculous.
So listen, Patrick Gerard's had some really great comments. He's discussing this. None of us are economists. We are toy aficionados. We love this stuff. We collect this stuff. Alex, you're in the industry. We are all just, I think, as I'm approaching this as a consumer, right? Like, I don't want the prices to go up, but I am also thinking about like smaller companies and people who are running Kickstarters, and all this manufacturing goes through China. What about the people who have successfully funded a project, and all of a sudden they're going to 6 months into production get a notice from the factory saying, by the way, this is going to cost 25% more. People could be in really sticky situations, and we don't want that to happen. We have no control, unfortunately, over like what's going to happen at like a governmental level, except for voting, obviously. There's no voting happening right now, but next time, make sure you go out there and vote if you want this to go the other way. But I think that there is healthy, intelligent conversation to have around these topics. And Davey Sockrocker says, I am an economist. So if that's true, we might need to get Davey on the show. Any other thoughts on this? Anything to add, Alex, that you think would be, offer some I don't know, perspective into the conversation?
I think I think we have to like brace ourselves, I guess, as a community, and but I also do feel like when it comes to figures, when it comes to this stuff, like, you on the individual level, not in terms of like the business and the marketplace and all that, but like on the individual level, like, if the price is worth it to you, then that's all that matters, right? Like, because
Sure.
I mean, look at like, vintage toys, like, those figures were $5 when they first came out, but like they have accrued in their value to people, whether through rarity or nostalgia or whatever. Like the point being, like, that's a market where specifically like what it is worth to the consumer is
Sure.
like what
value.
sets the price, right? So
Sure.
yeah, because I think there's like an emotional investment that we have in figures, and that is a factor in terms of like the value to us personally. So
Yeah. Abby, anything else?
No, I mean, your wallets are on the ballot, so like get out there and vote when it's time. That's all I was
Yeah.
gonna say. It
Yeah.
affects everyone, even us toy collectors who are like, that's the thing that brings us joy, and to have it threatened it's not fun.
Right.
So yeah, just keep that in mind in like 4 years.
And the other thing is, like, these are imperfect systems. Like, this is not about necessarily like, I'm not saying, oh, things were so great until yesterday. I'm just saying,
Right.
like, it's
Right.
Ryan, your
They've
country's going
ruined it.
Ryan, your country's going through real political stuff as well. So it's just kind of chaotic across the board, and
It is.
Yeah.
we're just trying.
I'm just a simple man trying to make his way through the galaxy.
I'm a simple man. Hey, also, like, I know there's this happened recently. I know that Mattel moved some manufacturing of their WWE figures to Vietnam, and they went through a whole host of QC issues that they're trying to correct. With there was something people were referring to as bobblehead Ultimate Warrior, because it was loose in the peg and his head was going all over the place, which is hilarious.
Nice.
But does McFarlane do manufacturing? What is the deal with McFarlane? I've heard rumors that they either have their own manufacturing.
Oh,
Well, no, I've heard rumor the talk that McFarlane does manufacturing maybe in the United. All I know is most of my McFarlane figures, their heads fall off. So don't do what they're doing.
Our toys' heads are falling off.
But listen, we'll keep talking about this stuff, and we'll have some good discourse here. We'll keep it civil. It's the only way you can do it. And we'll
That's
all
right.
order Clayface figures.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're all in this together.
There you go.
Mhm.
I know that sounds super cheesy, and overused, but we kind of are.
All right.
Like
Mhm.
across the board, doesn't matter where we're living and stuff too. Like it just,
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
gonna help each other. We might have to start some underground network of toy smuggling.
yeah. Oh my god, dude. Yes.
Ooh. Ooh, I like that.
It'd be
Like a
the
prohibition toy
1930s
party.
gangster. Yeah.
Like we have toys
Yes.
in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Under
I
the
love that.
floorboards.
Just like we're all drug mules, but we it's toys. It's action figures. Maximum
It's like
carnage.
a toy cartel.
It's like that opening scene of Inglorious Bastards, but with toys.
But with toys.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
There you go.
Yeah. Keep running,
there's
Jacob. Keep
There's
running.
there's a couple really funny comments I'm not gonna highlight, but you guys are killing it. Alex, man, thanks for
Nice. I
thanks
like
for-
this. A
Yeah.
toy
Yeah.
speakeasy.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
I like that.
Fucking flapper
There you go.
costumes.
um
It's like Dick Tracy, right? And you flip the
Yeah.
you have like your tray of cigarettes, like, oh, I'm just selling cigarettes to kids.
Plastics, my boy.
Flip it around, it's like toys.
Yeah.
No, officer, I'm just selling them cigarettes and booze. No big
Abby
deal.
reminded real quick.
What the fuck goes away?
Abby and I were reminiscing about the early days of our relationship, And she reminded me of something that I totally forgot about that is so embarrassing that on our first like hangout, I don't know if was I doing a character. I was
did a bit.
riffing on I did a bit. Who would have thought? And I was riffing on
It was like the next day after our first date.
I was riffing on
Wow, he thought he was safe after the one night. He thought he was so safe that he
I
pulled.
got
the
her,
bit.
dude.
Hey,
So I started
Let's
riffing
riff
on
a little with her.
I sealed the deal that I riffed on how I was putting all my money into the sour cream industry because I thought there'd be a big return on my investment. And I don't even remember.
Jesus Christ.
But when you brought that, when you brought that
I
up
liked
today,
it.
she was into it.
Clearly,
I thought it
yeah.
was funny.
I completely forgot that was one of my. I don't like why. Where did that even come from? I don't know, but it's part of our lore. It's part of our
it's
origin.
part of her lore.
And good advice.
I dig it.
Yeah. Still, like I've been checking the prices on sour cream, but it really hasn't come up. So
People always need it. And I had some today. It was good.
Davey Sockrocker says, "Wow, Craig knows it's true love if he survived after a Craig bit." Yeah. There you go. Thank you,
I
Dave.
know it's cheesy, but I stick around for the laughs. That's
No,
kind
it
of
wasn't.
what lasts.
It wasn't
you know?
cheese. It was sour cream.
It was
Oh
dairy.
shit!
It was-
Another dairy product.
By the way, I fucking hate sour cream. Ugh, my
For
least
real?
favorite thing.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
I'm
good
not
on
a big-
tacos.
It's
Yeah,
just
or
not
on
my thing.
goulash.
Or
Mhm.
pierogies.
Yeah, like a sweet cream for fruit. That's good.
Hey, I
Yeah.
like pierogies. That's my favorite food. Besides
Oh,
pizza.
Yeah.
Besides what?
Fucking pizza?
Potato
Oh,
pasta.
pizza. Oh, yeah. Have you ever had pierogi pizza?
No, is that a thing?
Yeah, we have it up here.
God, I gotta
Do you
get up
tell?
there.
So you put like sauce and cheese on top of a already cooked pierogi and then bake it?
Kinda. I don't know how to explain it, but then it also has sour cream dip. It's great.
Boo! I don't want
No,
I'm
that.
putting
you're
all of my
boo,
money in
boo.
sour cream.
Listen,
Boo, you
we've kept
can't
Alex
go.
long enough. He's been streaming.
Yeah,
all
sorry,
night.
Alex.
I'm gonna end this stream.
Thanks for answering all of
But
our
guess what? Alex has got to stream again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time on Gotham City Tonight channel. We're going to rank the billionaires at the inauguration about which ones look the most like Lex Luthor. And we're going to go through all of them. Which bald-headed billionaire is most likely to own kryptonite? We'll let you be the judge. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to figure out. We're going to talk about some more about Clayface, dig a little deeper on that maybe, and I don't know, figure something out. My comic book store, my local one, still has not gotten the DC.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The
Style
style guide.
But as soon as we get that, we're going to do a big episode about that.
I know.
So we'll figure it out.
Tell them they're holding up our big episode.
Yeah, what the hell? guys?
Listen, no more. We're not going to do sad comments tonight, but I thought tonight was a really great discussion. Looking forward to Gotham City tonight, tomorrow. Alex, where are you? Let me ask you this real quick, and I'll let everybody go. Because Ryan yelled at me the other day because I told him I wanted to buy some graded Batman comics, and he screamed bloody murder at me. Where are you on graded comics? Are you anti-graded comics?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because it's like it's just fake bullshit. It's like creating value, and it's like you can't even look at the art
just
anymore.
read the
It's-
comic.
It's literally the same as VHS. It's the same as the VHS. thing.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't care if it's
Yeah,
like physical
that's bullshit,
comics.
too.
Like if you gotta read them digitally, like however you get the art and the stories, like
Yeah.
that's
Wait,
I mean,
can you get a
collecting-
digital one graded? You just get your iPhone.
yeah.
Your phone?
Boy, that's a high quality JPEG. I give it a 9.
Yeah, I give it a 9.
A little bit of water damage.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the
god!
6.0 on this scan.
Thank you, J Solo Arts. He says thanks, guys, for the best ensemble toy stream on YouTube. In my honest opinion, makes. But thank
Thank
you.
you. Oh.
We appreciate that. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Thanks for
Hey,
being here.
this All Star. I am such so. I think. Can I just be honest? The reason I like Dark Knight Rises so much, I'm not a diehard comic fan. Batman is my favorite comic book character, but in the 90s, I was obsessed with Nightfall and I was obsessed with No Man's Land, and that is just
good.
that's just the vibe. And Cataclysm, the whole thing that led up to No Man's
Yeah.
Land, and
Yep.
I just love those stories. So my idea was to get the 2 or 3 of the coolest covers from No Man's Land and buy graded copies. And Ryan yelled at me, so maybe I probably won't.
Yeah, don't get them graded. Just get the comics so you can enjoy them. And you can get, like, if you want to have them set up or you want to display them nice, you can get frames for comics so that you can hang
That is
them
true.
up.
Or
There's no point in wasting hundreds of
there's
dollars
this,
being graded by some mouth breather.
well, there's also Craig. I don't know if you know, but there's this one company that has been putting out like really nice screen printed versions of comic book covers. Who is that? What company is that? Mondo.
Oh,
Oh, that was
I don't
good.
know,
That was
man.
good. Ryan, you did have
Maybe
the
you
funny.
could do that.
Joel was like, "Oh, you're gonna get a graded comic because some guy's girlfriend broke up with him, and all of a sudden now your 10 is an 8 because he's in a bad mood that day."
Yeah. It's totally true, though.
It is just
Like, if
just
I was-
willy nilly, right? Like they
Yeah.
just-
If I was going to get it
Mhm.
graded, I would pay the extra money to make sure whoever's grading it has the best sex of their lives, like 10 minutes before they grade it. And be
Well,
like,
even if I
You
have
gotta
to do
agree.
it myself.
yeah, even if I do, yeah, it's just like, here's some post-nut clarity. Look at my comic.
Toy Collector Magazine number 16 goes to press Thursday. 20 pages of Thundercats, goodness, and
Whoa.
much more. Very cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool, cool.
nice. Nice.
That
nice,
is
nice.
cool.
Well, guys, tonight's been a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody hanging. Alex, thanks for being a last minute addition and,
Yeah,
and
thanks for
contributing to the
having me.
conversation.
Mhm.
Everybody, go buy a toy. And I'm going to put my Joker and my Two-Face back on their shelf. And we're
Make
going to have a
them
nice.
kiss.
We're going to do this. I'm going to make them kiss. That's what I'm going to do.
I want to make both of our Two Faces kiss. This is
Oh,
nice.
you have a Two-Face as well.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's the only
Tommy
one I
Lee.
recognize.
TLJ.
Two faces?
Yeah.
When I say TLJ, is it Tommy Lee Jones or The Last Jedi? No one knows.
Can it be both?
Can it be both? All right, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.
Night, y'all.
Bye.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Begins.
Music.
This is where the fun. This is where the fun. This
Okay,
is
let's
where
talk
the
about
fun
some honest
begins.
political thoughts.